As we see it here, the minimum Brigadier Gachagua has is about 6.5 to 7 million votes. The president confirmed to the nation yesterday that his PhD degree is fake.
Well, a very good evening to you and welcome to Checkmate on Hot 96. This is the premier political show in Kenya, and today we are bringing you the normal activities that we have, where we bring you the best guests to, of course, unpack the week and the politics that have been. And of course, this week has been busy, especially with the former deputy president, the party leader of the DCP party, also having a lot to say, and also the president, his former boss, also responding as the president marks 3 years in office. It was this week, 13th September 2022, when he was sworn in as the president. My name is Emmanuel To, and of course, today we're joined by the senator for Murang'a, Joe Nyutu. Senator, karibu sana.
Asante sana Emmanuel.
Yes. Yeah. So Mheshimiwa, it has been a busy week.
Yeah.
Najua umetoka Murang'a saizi. How is Murang'a?
Murang'a is good. The president hosted about 6,000 delegates from Murang'a County, and we, one term side, have had several activities, of course, to counter that. So on Friday, we started by having about 2/3 of the MCAs from Murang'a.
How many MCAs are in Murang'a?
We have 35 wards in Murang'a, so we have 35 elected MCAs. We were able to get about 23 who went to Rigi's residence in Nairobi that day, and gifted him with a ram or a goat, you like, and of course they were there to make everybody know that they had refused the very attractive offer of some 300,000 Kenya shillings for each MCA attendee. And so they decided that they were going to stand in solidarity with our leader, Rigi, and that is something that, of course, was widely reported.
How many MCAs went there?
About 5.
Only 5.
The others, I think, abstained from.
So 300,000 shillings per times 5 is 1.5 million.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 10,000 shillings times, according to you, times 6,000 delegates
6,000.
minus the 5. So 5,500.
No. The 6,000 delegates.
Everybody's was.
Those are now the locals.
Okay.
Not leaders.
Okay, grassroots leaders, as they say.
Yes. So that's about 60 million, is it?
Let me just do my math here. 10,000 shillings times 6,000. This is 60 million.
60 million.
Plus 1.5. 61.5.
1.5. I'm not sure what the other leaders got, from, parliamentarians. I may not know what they got.
Okay.
Of course, they must have gotten something fatter.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're saying State House spent 60 million shillings?
No. About 100 million Kenya shillings, because there were other logistics like, buses that delivered these delegates. Mobilization, and so the logistics must have cost another 30-something million.
Okay.
So I think I estimated to have cost about 100 million Kenya shillings.
Okay, and these 10,000 shillings and the 300,000 shillings, do you have proof for it? Because you could be saying it instead of saying something different.
Emmanuel, when you talk of proof, then you would be asking for a receipt. In politics, there is nothing like proof. But what you hear in politics is true. Most of the people, actually, I can tell you 99% of the delegates who went to State House support one term movement members. They actually asked us, do you think we should go? And we told them, why not? Where would you earn 10,000 Kenya shillings in Murang'a in a day? So we told them, just go there.
Yet, Senator, you also castigated the ones who went and praised those who didn't go.
No, personally, I did not.
No, your party leader.
Yes, the leaders, not the Mwananchi. We allowed Mwananchi to go and milk that fat cow. Because in our place we say you should not bury a cow with its milk. You just first milk it, then you can Better still, you do not bury an elephant with its tusks. Loosely translated or directly translated. So what our party leader did, he did not castigate to those who attended, because it was actually his advice to people that they attend. He castigated leaders because the leaders who organized this are, in the words of our party leader, and which I also share in that view, that the leaders were auctioning
the community.
The community.
Okay.
That is where the problem was, not with the delegates. The delegates are our supporters.
Okay.
They went there with our advice and blessings.
Okay.
I'll be vying on DCP when the time comes.
When are you dropping out, resigning from
Well, at the right time. I mean, I'm learning from William Ruto himself. I mean, he was in Jubilee all this time. Everybody was telling him to resign and, vie on a new party. But he only joined the UDA at the right time.
What was the right time? Because the president left, I think, 3 months to go. Or about
yes,
6
if that
months.
is what it will call for us to do, that is exactly what we are going to do.
You'll follow exactly what he did.
Exactly, yes. We are his students in some things. We learn from him the good things, and we
What are the good
and
things?
we warn ourselves with the bad things that he does.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So your party leader says he won't do any projects. He will just be restoring the country back to where Kibaki left. Do you think that is a good manifesto, that you're coming in not to do anything?
He did not say that he will not do any project. I think what he meant was that he will not lie to people, that he is going to do things that any reasonable person would know will not be possible. And but there are many things William Ruto, for example, promised that he has not done. I think what he meant is that if it is roads that will be done, and that he will not overpromise. I think the word is he will not overpromise. And then I think this is informed by the fact that where we find ourselves as a country, we want to first, William Ruto has taken the country, has made the situation in the country worse. So what Rigiji is saying is that we first need to take the country back on track before now we start thinking of new projects. And I think you have heard him mention about the debt, external debt, domestic debt, and it has been ballooning all this time. William Ruto has borrowed 3.6 billion in 3 years. A trillion in 3 years. If we continue that trajectory, it will mean that we may, our national, GDP, our gross national product, may actually not even we are going to spend all of it. If we continue on this trajectory, we may not even be able to finance, our debt, and there are other services to be done. So I think what the regime means, and it is very clear, is that if it will call for more debt in order for us to build new roads, why don't we first maintain? Because you Emmanuel, you live here. You have seen, we have now, for a long time we did not have, I don't know how old you are, but I think you have come, Kibaki Uhuru time, and we had completely forgotten about potholes, and that is true, and they are slowly creeping back. And so what regime means is that we need to take the country back to track. We need to say to it that we do not continue borrowing even when our capacity to repay is still not very certain. So why don't we first restore, see whether we can work with what we'll be able to collect, our income locally, instead of continuing borrowing. So I don't think he's saying that no projects will be done, but that we first want to restore the country before we can see what now then we can do without borrowing more.
Okay.
If you look at education, for example, and that is why he's talking about restoring the country. Mwai Kibaki, Uhuru Kenyatta, for example, left capitation in secondary schools at 22,000 Kenya shillings per student. William Ruto has brought it down to 16,000. Now, that is something that baffles everybody. It should have been enhanced from 22,000 to about 30 something thousand, because to take care of inflation, the time value of money, because I mean, I studied some financial management, and it teaches that a shilling yesterday was stronger than the same shilling today. So if Uhuru, for example, left it at 22,000 per student, Ruto should already now have enhanced it to about 30,000.
Okay.
But now he's bringing it down. Even the 16,000 is not being disbursed to schools. That is one thing that Riggy is going to do, to see to it that we restore our education system. Capitation based on the value of money is allocated and disbursed to schools. Number two is SHA, or healthcare. I mean, if you look at it, Emmanuel, how this SHA thing is, very recently we had reports, you people reported that so many hospitals, some of them non-existent, were closed because of having made, fraudulent claims. Now you ask yourself, Emmanuel, missions hospitals are closing. In Kakamega, St. Mary's Hospital has closed, a mission hospital. Why? Because their genuine claims have not been paid or honored, have not been paid by SHA. So SHA is, it's a scam, it's corruption, that you are paying non-existent hospitals, fraudulent claims, while valid and genuine claims of hospitals that have a long history of offering medical services are not paid. So we need to restore the health system, and I think that is one thing. Another thing that Riggy is going to do. The other thing is restoration of human dignity. Nobody doesn't know how many young people, for example, have been abducted and killed. Nobody doesn't know how rights have been violated. So that is something else that we also need to work on, human rights restoration. Then we need to restore, and Riggy has said it, we need to restore the payslip.
Okay.
Yes, we know we have deductions. If you talk about this housing levy, for example, this housing fund deduction, people say that we just do politics. But we were here, all of us. William Ruto said, because he was the chief marketer of this particular idea, William Ruto said that you could contribute, and after about 5 years, your contributions could be refunded to you. You remember he said that. But then the law that he took to Parliament and was passed, because Parliament has been captured, made it a housing levy and not a housing fund. Now, Emmanuel, a levy is a tax. Tax is never refundable. So William Ruto lied to people that it was going to be something that could be refunded to you after some time, but he made it a levy.
Okay.
It's a tax.
According to the Ministry of Health,
Yes.
There was a report that they gave out as at March 2025
Yes.
on SHA registration, and these were the top counties that registered for SHA. Number
Yes.
1, Mombasa.
Yes.
Number 2, Bomet. Number 3, Nyeri,
Yes.
the home turf of your party leader.
Yes.
Elgeyo Marakwet, and number 5, Kirinyaga County.
Yes.
If SHA was this bad,
Yes.
then why are you having 2 counties from Mount Kenya topping top 5?
What we are saying is, when smart people want to corrupt, Emmanuel, if you have read about the Goldenberg scandal perpetrated by one Kamlesh Patni, he brought it as a very good idea, that was going to benefit Kenya in the exports of minerals, diamonds, gold, and some, a very attractive idea. But in there was that compensation, which is what Patni was targeting. So people come up with very good ideas at face value, but they are smart people. In this idea, they want to commit, mega scandals, mega corruption. And why do I say that SHA is an attractive idea? In fact, I remember I voted for the idea that time. Why? Because it was promising one thing that for me was very promising, that you say, even those that cannot be able to afford monthly contributions to SHA, that government will be able to make contributions for them. So for the first time then, every other Kenyan, including the poorest of the poor, was going to have a health insurance of a kind. That's a good idea. Then another thing that was very attractive to me at that time, I remember, was the idea that critical and emergency care would be taken care of, because under NHIF, we had problems when people were admitted to ICU because there was a limit. But now this was a very good idea. But then why do I say it was a good idea that has been misused? The first thing was 1.4 billion Kenya shillings worth of a system. I mean, IT experts have told us that the best system could have cost something less than 1 billion Kenya shillings.
And the experts are Gachagua, because you said it.
No, not Gachagua. I mean, IT experts. We did not need that system. And you need to ask yourself, Emmanuel, this system costing 104 billion, but it cannot be able to detect fraudulent claims worth 10 billion. I mean, it has come. So that is something, that's why I'm saying our people have registered. We actually don't discourage people from registering, because it's a good idea, but that has been used to fleece, to forgetting this word. I mean, to be able to rob Kenyans of their savings and the taxpayers' money.
Okay.
So that is a problem that we have with SHA. So our people have registered, yes, because we have no problem with them registering. It's a good idea, but used in a wrong way.
With your party leader,
Yes.
he says that he's going to vie for president.
Yes.
Do you think, because the Senate, you're part of Senate,
Yes.
you guys impeached him,
Yes.
how can somebody who is impeached run for president?
I mean, he has explained it very well, and everybody knows that until and unless you have exhausted all appellate avenues or mechanisms, then you are eligible to vie. I do not want to get into the details of the case, because it is in court, and we don't want to be in problems with the sub judice provision. But I mean, there are things that will be discussed when that case comes up. There are things that people will be asking themselves.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, was he rightly impeached? Unless and until the appellate mechanisms have been exhausted, and the Supreme Court, which is the highest court in the land, rules that he was procedurally removed, then that's the only time that you can say that he's not going to vie.
Kalonzo Musyoka, the party leader for Wiper Patriotic Front, is also saying, I'm running.
Yes.
Matiang'i,
Yes.
he's also running.
Yes.
We also have Martha Karua
Yes.
running,
Yes.
probably.
Yes.
And the rest in your
Yes.
party. So, who is running?
They will front one candidate that they have agreed. The principals have agreed on that. But then for now, everybody is running until such a time then. Because I mean, the best must be the one who carries the flag at the end of the day. So how do you know you are the best? You have to campaign. So each one of them is campaigning, so that when they sit on that table, of course, maybe they'll conduct opinion polls. I do not know how they're going to come up with one of them. But how do you actually even become a candidate if you have not even been vying? I mean, how do you become the president of? How do you expect the joint opposition to nominate you while you are not running? I mean, how now? So everybody is running, as you have rightly observed, so that at the end of the day, then after everybody has campaigned, then they will come up with a mechanism and see who the best person, the best man or woman will be. Yes.
And you think your party leader is the right guy?
Of course, I would want my party leader to be the one. I would to be the one, carrying the flag. Other members under those other principles would want the different party leaders to be the one.
Okay, so talking about numbers, we've seen Raila Odinga back in 2013, 2017,
Yes,
2022,
yes.
And everybody says these are equals among equals.
Yes.
And then it comes to a point where every time it's about the numbers.
Yes.
Who has the more numbers?
Yes.
Where you sit right now, what is the edge that your party or Gachagua have in terms of numbers that may make him the flag bearer?
Because I'm a supporter of Rigathi Gachagua, I think he has more following as of now. That does not prevent the other candidates also having building their
how many
following.
votes? How many votes do you think he?
I may not have, but
Your prediction.
I can tell.
You're a teacher.
Yes, I can tell.
You can do some math.
Some estimations, approximations. I can tell you, Emmanuel, that the whole mountain is under Rigi. So the almost 4 million votes that President Ruto got from the mountain will go to Rigathi Gachagua. That I can assure you. Then there was some 1.2 million votes that went to Raila Amolo Odinga. I can assure you, those votes will go to Rigathi Gachagua. So as we sit here, and don't forget that we have had more voters registered. As we sit here, the minimum Rigathi Gachagua has is about 6.5 to 7 million votes. As we sit here,
From the mountain only.
from the mountain only, yes, about thereabouts.
Okay.
And you know the mountain here, you know people have been some people have been confusing the mountain to mean the region. You know the mountain is spread all over, and he also has a lot of support from other people, not just mountaineers. I mean, he has a lot of support from other people, but I just wanted to give him that as something that he's going to start off with in his basket as he looks for votes from elsewhere. That is the ones I am very sure that he has. Then he is going to look for votes elsewhere. Then he has the oomph, he has the courage to take on William Ruto, because William Ruto, we must admit, he's not a boy that you just go there like you are telling him, please move out, I get in. He needs a heavy duty jack, to lift him, and that heavy duty jack can only be Rigi. Yeah, so I mean, that's what we need.
Are you saying the rest are not heavy duty?
No, I'm not saying that. You asked me what the one I support starts with, and that's why I started by giving the caveat that we have a lot of respect for other principles, and that they could also have built their support by the time they get onto that table.
Okay.
They could have also built more support than Rigi, but also for now, and it's always as at now. I mean, I'm telling you the strengths of Rigi. That is not to mean that the others are weak in any way.
Your party leader says that kuna kawilbaro kanaundwa
Yes.
hapo Murang'a.
Yes.
Alafu watu wanaambiwa ingie ndani. Ako kawilbaro ni nani?
Seeing the tactics that William Ruto is using of dividing people, because the only thing I think William Ruto is thinking about currently is how to divide the mountain so that he can at least be able to take us some piece of the mountain away from Rigathi Gachagua. So I know there are many young people in Murang'a, those who support him. I may not know exactly whom His Excellency, the Second Deputy President, meant. But of course, it was a warning that if somebody comes up with some funny party, of course, Rigi enjoys also a lot of intelligence. He is going to be exposed as somebody being used by William Ruto. Whether he or she will be exposed.
Is Ndindi Nyoro with you guys or with the president?
I do not want to speak for Ndindi Nyoro. Ndindi Nyoro is my friend. Ndindi Nyoro is a leader in Murang'a County and a respected leader. Ndindi Nyoro is a smart person. I believe he should be able to speak for himself.
DCP,
Yeah.
and the party decided to withdraw the candidate
Yes.
for Mbere North
Yes.
constituency.
Yes.
A very popular candidate,
Yes.
I guess.
Yes.
And you say this is the party that is to beat in the mountain.
Yes.
What do you make of that decision?
The Honorable, His Excellency Origiji has explained that, and he has said, first of all, the Honorable Ruto, who was the member of that particular constituency, had been elected on DP, Democratic Party ticket. And it's only fair that we support a DP candidate to complete the term of Geoffrey Ruto. That is one. Number two, Justin Muturi is one of the principals of the United Opposition. And Justin Muturi is the leader of the Democratic Party. We were therefore not going to compete against ourselves, because we understand that friendly fire also kills. So we were not going to, because William Ruto and his UDA party would have been very happy. With the parliamentary seat, we don't have a requirement of 50% plus one. So you can even have, if we fielded many candidates, you can have, a gross vote of about even 70%, even 75%. And somebody with just 25% is declared the winner, because the rest has been, split into several candidates.
Okay.
So we knew the trap that William Ruto was laying, and so we decided, let us support Justin Muturi's party, because it is the party that held that seat. It's only fair, because we are fair people, democratic people, that we allow them to complete George Ruto's term.
Okay, you say that you are democratic.
Yes.
Did you do this thing democratically? Because democracy means that you maybe vote and say the majority has their way, the minority will have their say. So did you, because we have done stories
Yes.
of that candidate who actually defected to
Yes.
Chama cha Kazi.
Yes.
And he said that this decision was made in Nairobi, he was
Yes.
not involved.
Yes.
Do you think that is democracy?
We also have negotiated democracy. And there are levels. I'm sure even here, Emmanuel, the decisions made that may affect you directly or indirectly, in the best interest of the company, that may not be very good for you as Emmanuel Tor, but that are, the bigger picture. And the top management will have to look at the bigger picture and make a decision that is good for the whole unit. This organization cannot make a decision that hurts it but pleases Emmanuel Tor. So is democracy because that's why not everybody is a party leader. Party leaders must have some control of their parties and must make decisions in the best interest of the party. How would it have benefited that candidate if we sponsored him as a candidate? DP is sponsoring another candidate. CCM, is it Chama Chakazi? CCK is also sponsoring a candidate. Then UDA ends up winning. How would it have benefited that candidate? Because of splitting the vote.
You've left that seat for DP, Democratic
Yes.
Party,
Yes.
led by former CS Justin
Yes.
Muturi.
Yes.
Martha Karua, the other principal, comes from Kirinyaga,
Yes.
which is another zone.
Yes.
We have Jubilee, which is part of the matrix of the
Yes,
opposition,
yes, yes.
which we expect they will have an NDC soon.
Yes. Yes.
We also have Chama Chakazi
Yeah.
and other small parties
Yes.
in the region.
Mm-hmm.
So are you not splitting the region with different parties? Because, for instance, for the Nyanza region, we know it is ODM.
Yes.
And it's a part of the country.
Yes.
UDA majority
Yes.
will be Rift Valley and other parts of the country.
Yes.
But in this region, you have more than 5 parties that are going to scramble for that position.
Yes. His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua explained that, and he said that this particular decision has only been made with regard to by-elections. When we come to the general election in 2027, God willing, there will be no zoning. Everybody will have to cast their nets and get their fish. But for a by-election, because now that time, I mean, we'll not have something like, this was a DP, this was a DP seat. I mean, it's only fair that we allow them to finish. That time, it will be everybody for himself, God for us all. So it only relates to the by-elections.
Okay.
Yeah.
Manerico, I think this is just a user. He's saying, truth be told, these are the people giving Gachagua false hope.
He has a right to have his view, and that is his thinking, and I have my thinking, and I have to respect his thinking, even as I expect that he also, respect my thinking. And in a debate like this, I mean, you give your views. Nobody has universal views. So maybe he doesn't support Rigathi Gachagua. I mean, I can also say the same of people who support William Ruto.
If you want to succeed, you put people around you who are more intelligent than you. Nilikuwa na mwingine alikuwa analalamika hajasoma.
The president confirmed to the nation yesterday that his PhD degree is fake.
How?
Because he told everybody, the teachers there, that Professor Kindiki is more learned than he is. There is no degree.
But there's a difference
There is
between a
just a
professor and a
minute.
doctor.
Just a minute. There is no degree called a professorial degree. It is a PhD. Then you do some works, not learning. So President Ruto yesterday agreed and confirmed that his PhD degree is a fake degree, because he said Professor Kindiki is more learned than him.
Senator,
Professor Kindiki doesn't have any other degree other than a PhD.
I know that you become a doctor first,
Yes.
before professor.
Yes, but there is, yeah, okay.
Is that correct?
Yes,
So President Ruto is a doctor.
yes,
He's yet to be a professor.
yes.
So how fake is that? If I'm saying I'm a reporter, I'm yet to be an editor.
If we hold a bachelor's degree in education, both of us, and the principal has been promoted, maybe he has been promoted on other merits, not on account of being more learned than the teacher. You
Okay.
understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, because it's not about, having written works or taught at the university. It's about, a PhD holder. Both of them are PhD holders. So where one is saying that the other PhD holder is more learned than them, then you start doubting this one who is saying that the other one, his PhD is a better PhD. So he means he is a weaker PhD, and it can only mean it is a fake PhD.
Anyway, Senator, you are parting shot as we wrap this up, because I know you sort of want
Well,
to
thank you, Emmanuel, and thank you for inviting me. Thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you, Cynthia and Tosh, for supporting this particular show. I think I would only want to say one thing, that President Ruto and those serving with him in government need to be very serious and look at what happened in Nepal. That it comes, a point comes when people cannot take suppression anymore. So that they should take care, because the suppression that we are seeing in this country is worrying to everybody. And let corruption be arrested, because it is milking dry our economy, our country, and let everybody be given a job on account of merit and not where they come from. And finally, I think I would want to tell the president to talk less and work more, because that has been the problem that we have been having.